And now, from the border between Cambodia and Thailand, that report from our correspondent, Jack Reynolds, who was there recently.
When the Khmer Rouge marched victoriously into Phnom Penh, no one knew how they would rule Cambodia. The country's borders were quickly sealed. In time, bits of information emerged, stories of millions of Cambodians being forced out of the cities and into the countryside. Stories of terror and death. In January of this year, the Cambodians sent a force into Thai territory. They brutally murdered 30 Thai villagers, many of them women and children. Later, the Cambodians claimed that the territory was theirs and that they were simply arranging internal affairs. Since then, there have been clashes here, and the border remains tense. Aranya Pratet is near the border crossing. There are 4,000 refugees here, and they're now coming in increasing numbers. We found a group of 27 men who had just arrived in the camp. These men, the survivors, were lucky. It's estimated % of those who try make it across. We asked why so many people flee. Many reasons, they said. Fear of execution, inhuman working conditions, no food, no medicine, no clothing, no education, no hope. Un-Eve Long had been an Army lieutenant. He managed to conceal that fact for over 2 years. Separated from his wife and children, he was taken to a new work area. He suspected that he was marked for execution, and he escaped. He said he made up his mind when a Khmer Rouge told him that to them, his life was equal to that of a chicken. The southernmost camp is also the closest to the Cambodian border. Our interpreter, Chu Kus, met a friend and former colleague, a man he thought dead. He was Pin Yate, former director of public works in Phnom Penh. Pin had just arrived in the camp after a harrowing escape. Pin's odyssey had carried him across Cambodia. In the process, he'd watched his 3 sons starve to death, lost his wife, and all but one of his close relatives.
I can tell you about 2 to 3 million persons are dead in Cambodia until now. And it will be continuous.
After our interview, the 2 friends talked about people they knew, and the horrible litany of Cambodia was repeated again. Pin related firsthand stories of murder, brutality, corruption, and cannibalism. People reduced by hunger to eating the bodies of the newly dead. Discovered death. Yes, Pin said bitterly, the people are now equal. The ultimate equality of death. Jack Reynolds, NBC News, on the Thai-Cambodian border.